Well, you know the Tale of Two Cities, the novel written by Charles Dickens around the French Revolution. We have a tale of two cities in the chart today. Let's talk about that. Hi, Thomas Miller on the Fun Astrology podcast for Tuesday, August 16th. Well, I'm just sitting here looking at the chart, and I'm thinking, well, we do have two things going on here that are worth noting. So the exact aspect of today, we talked about yesterday really, is Mercury is trining Uranus, part of that 3 punch as it hit the North Node yesterday, Uranus today, and then Mars in a couple of weeks. Kind of has to go hunt Mars down now. So that's one dynamic going on in the chart. We think about who is in control of the chart right now. And I would absolutely think that we would have to agree Uranus is. Why? Well, because it is stationing to go retrograde next week. So it's slowing down, so it's getting stronger. And once it goes retrograde, it will be returning to that square with Saturn. They will once again be pointed toward and moving toward each other. They have 3 degrees to close, which they do in early October. Get down to 18 degrees and the minutes close there in the first couple of days of October. So once Uranus makes the turn next week into retrograde, those two will be pointing toward each other. That will be the 4th time that they have been in the same degree. Now, they won't get there by minutes, but 18 degrees. And you remember, they hit exact 3 times last year. And this is the same aspect that was there during the Great Depression, during the Civil War, and during the Revolutionary War. We're in that same phase of the Uranus cycle. Saw an interesting video on that, in fact, while I was kind of convalescing over the weekend. Wasn't an astrology video, but it was so close to the Uranus cycle. It was talking about the 80-year cycle. Well, as you know, Uranus orbits the sun in 84 years. And it was breaking those 80 years down into 4 20-year sections. See, here's where astrology messes you up watching something like that. I mean, yep, those are the Uranus squares. There they are. But obviously, it's a coming out of the ashes phase is the first one, basically, and then we hit the pinnacle, and then we start to decline, and then we hit the crisis, was the 4th of their 4 stages of the cycle. And obviously, we are in the 4th stage, the 4th 20-year bracket that began in 2020 of the Uranus phase, or this Uranus cycle, this 80-year cycle that began after World War II. So there's the argument for Uranus being the dominant dog on the block for right now in this chart. But in our Tale of Two Cities, we do have the 2 benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter, are moving into a trine alignment with each other. So we get to enjoy that energy between now and Thursday. So let's count points here. Jupiter is in Aries at 8 degrees. Then Venus is over in Leo, 2 fire signs, right, in trine, at 5 degrees. So if you have woken up over the last day or two with a really strong desire to get something done, to move something forward, to start or complete a project, well, you have a really good tailwind at your back to get that done. Aries, Leo, put it out there. And when you get a wonderful, juicy trine between the 2 benefic planets in the chart, let's take it. Because this was one of the reflections as I've been pondering over my own situation over the last few days. It seems that the pace of things is getting faster, isn't it? So we have to anticipate faster, and we have to react faster. This trine helps us remember that. It's all about action. Jupiter in Aries. It's all about putting it out there. Venus in Leo. And it's about finding a really good, wonderful aspect in this chart and leaning into it. In other words, taking faster action. Now, that's ahead of 2 things that we need to take note of in Taurus. Because the next thing that Venus is going to do is square those Taurus planets, the North Node and Uranus. And then the Mars square will take place in Gemini and Virgo. Mars and Venus both will have changed signs by the time they catch up with each other. And speaking of Taurus, we have a moon headed in that direction. 4:18 p.m. Eastern today, the moon goes void of course, and then it crosses the county line into Taurus at 10:22 p.m. Don't you love the precision of all of this? Don't say that the spiritual realm is not precise. It is very precise. All right, got a couple of quick announcements. Fred Dodson put a video on YouTube yesterday. I grabbed and asked him if I could make a podcast out of it. So it's also a subconscious mind mastery podcast now, but it's on self-muscle testing. And boy, did he nail it. So the title of the video is Self-Muscle Testing, True versus False, and it's under his own Frederick Dodson YouTube channel. And then it's also podcast number 304 on subconscious mind mastery. The other thing is I'm getting all the details wrapped up on the October birthday bash trip to North Carolina. Yeah, what we did just before was our beta run, right? And now we're going to have the big October birthday bash. We have several birthdays, including my own, that we're going to be celebrating. So if you would like more information on that, go to funastrology.com. At the top of the page is the red banner. Click on that, and it will take you right to that little landing page where you can also make reservations at the hotel where the group is staying, or you can stay someplace on your own. All the details are there. If you'd like to come join us, we would love to have you. All right. Am I feeling better? Yes. Thank you. Just a little bit. Crawling back. Got a little walk in yesterday, so we're making progress here. So thank you for that. All right. We'll see you back. Now, listen, if you got a speak pipe question, go ahead and put that in the top of the Fun Astrology page as well. See you guys. Have a great Tuesday. Back tomorrow.